been cool about that.
Yeah.
Hey, I was afraid, Dad.
Yes, you were. Everyone
Yeah,
was
I
at
remember
one
you
point.
having a hell of an arm.
Yeah, too bad I was afraid of the ball.
Well, I don't think that's unusual. I think it's pretty common to be afraid of the ball.
Dude, they don't throw hard enough that it hurts. You know, that's my whole thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
you say
dude.
that
always
now.
hurts.
Yeah,
That's the way
thank
it
you.
always
Yeah.
hurts.
Yep.
It always
It's
hurts.
like, come on, dude. No one's been carried out of the ballpark. Oh, check this out, B.
I don't think
So
All right, go on.
here's my original one. Oh wait, no. Here's my original one,
Okay.
the retired one, and then so I have three.
Okay. All right.
So
What are you showing
the
off?
story is no, I lost my badge.
Oh.
I lost my original badge and I had to order it. And that was when Station 4 was doing triennial 4 years later, they found my shirt on the back of the officer's door. Goes to show you they don't really clean there. So they called me and they're like, hey, we found your shirt and your badge. And I'm like, no way. So I ended up with two badges. So instead of paying for the badge when I retired, I was like, I already have one. I'm fine. So I gave it to DJ to put it in the
I saw DJ today, by the way. He says hello, and he did not know
oh
the cast, and I meant to show it to him, and then we just disappeared. So you
went
better
on.
get up on this thing.
Oh yeah. So DJ was supposed to drop that off at the clothing depot, the badge, like the whole thing. And so at the funeral for my dad, he goes, dude, I was cleaning out my car like a month ago and I found your badge in the car. And he goes, here you go. So I ended up with 3 fucking badges in a week. And I'm like, all right, I got one for each kid.
Did you have to pay
That's
for retirement badge?
yeah, you have to pay. It's nothing. It's like $50 for your badge. 25 for your cap badge.
Yeah, I
Your
just
name
don't.
tag you get to keep, but the rest of it they take it all.
I just don't see
Remember
myself.
to find your original helmet.
I know exactly where my original helmet is. Yeah.
Yeah, they make you pay for that one too. Thank God I found one. I was like, oh,
How much is it if you don't pay for it?
they're a couple $100.
Oof.
I mean, like new ones that like guys, not leather ones, they're plastic, but the new ones they're close to $900.
I would think so.
Oh.
You know what's insane? You know what? Because I found out the price of things. Do you know how much boots are?
Well, I paid for my
Boots
boots.
are like they're like $1,200
Oh,
for the turnout boots. They're like $1,200.
How much of that is just
You
like
can-
them upcharging the shit out of the city, though?
Well, it really comes down to like boots. So they have to be fully waterproof, steel toe, steel bottom on them, and they have to be this special Kevlar so they don't get pathogens in them and stuff like that. So that's why they're expensive. But it's fucking ridiculous.
Nice,
Turnouts are
nice.
cheap. Turnouts are cheap, which I think is funny. Turnouts are like $700 for a set.
All right. It's hard to believe.
I know.
Mr. BJ, how you doing, huh?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, can't complain. Beautiful day.
All right.
Happy
All
you're
right,
here. Happy you got
Bye.
dragged here.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just
Did you
work
start
here.
recording
So.
already?
Oh, of course. You know, Dad. You never know when you might pop something off. Like,
Just fucking just tell me so I can go. At least start the beginning.
oh yeah, you're right. Go
All
on
right,
then.
you
Yep.
know, all right. Okay. Hey. Welcome to the Vox podcast. This is Jack at the bottom screen. We have a special guest, BJ. You've heard him many times. We're gonna sit here and bore the shit out of all 8 of you out there that are watching this.
I hope
Just
only.
remember, we're never gonna say names, So I'd like you to guess at who we're talking about. And if you want to leave it in the comments, I might say yes or no. Let me know.
Dad, I think the viewership went down since our anti-Israel section.
Are we down to? Let me look. I'm gonna look. We had almost 70 at one point.
Yep. But then we started talking about Israel, Dad. I knew it.
Well, here's the great part. We can recreate firehouse stuff. If Garrett gets off on any sort of racist shit, then I just use my classic line.
That is
You racist motherfucker. I can't tell you how many times I used to say that.
I think I've heard you say that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
now,
funny.
hold on a second.
That's an opportunity.
I'd like to defend myself a little bit. I'm not a racist.
No.
I
Let's
just have different views than everyone else.
Yeah.
But you're-
Racist one.
Yeah, but you're for white people, though, Dad. You seem like them not.
I'm not gonna even. I'm not even gonna go. All right, we get. Yeah, you're right. It went down a little bit.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's
all
not
right, what
for
do we wanna
anyone
talk
else. You know,
So
Dad,
we'll-
just
we'll
do your
start
show.
off-
Take it off. I mean, I
So-
have questions, as always, but
Yeah, we'll go with the introduction. We'll go with okay. So Brian and I came in. Brian came in 3 months ahead of me. So we were in the tower together, and then we didn't really work with each other. We saw each other a little bit here and there. Wasn't until you were at 9, I think, when I started seeing you more often.
I wasn't not. Yep.
Yeah, because I was hanging out in Battalion 10 in my flip flops and my shorts. Yeah, and then we went to 12. And what year did we go to 12?
I mean, I've been there off and on. I want to say that you got moved there in early 2007. Does that sound right?
Should be about right. Yeah,
I
it seems
believe-
about right.
I believe we made it on that 2007 list going into 2008.
Yeah, because that was the mad hiring of all the officers.
Yeah.
And everybody had left. But the only reason why I made it was because no one wanted to work with the tiller person at that point who talked constantly. And I'll just say she's a very good friend of ours, and I love her to death, and I'll never talk shit about her. I said, but she's the reason why.
Right.
She's the reason I got their VR in the first place. Her and Ron Lewin. Ron Lewin was when he asked me to go.
I love how we
12,
do.
he's like-
We're not saying names, but let's talk about Ron Lewin.
yeah.
Well, he's never gonna watch this.
I actually mentioned his name today in my training.
Who did?
I did. I was saying like So we'll get right to it. We've mentioned you guys mentioned Ron Lewin in the first one. He was the one who would request food from the Cheesecake Factory menu. And he was great is when he was, because I'm giving training now, and he would say firefighters have an attention span of 15, and he would come in and he'd say, I'm not going to talk for more than 15 minutes because nobody will listen. Garrett, start the clock, go.
Yeah.
And he would start talking, he was training, and when he was done, he would say time, and Garrett would say 11 minutes, and Ron would say great, and he would just leave. He would stop in 11 minutes, be like, done, we're out of here. And he would, and I was saying, that's how I run my drills. Like, let's get it done. See you later.
He had a drill. Remember the drill? He came in and he goes,
driving
on
drill?
the books. What? Which one?
The driving drill, the defensive
Yeah,
driving.
it was a full on, like, they had a bunch of accidents, so they're making the Chiefs go over and talk about driving drills. So he's like, go over to the computer, and I'm all, what? He goes, pull up the driving scene from Bullet, and he goes, and he would make you watch the driving scene from Bullet as drivers training. Remember that Trivial? He would make us play Trivial Pursuit, and he memorized all the cards. God, we could talk about him for years.
He would order you to play, and if you didn't know the answer, he'd probably be like, you know this. How do you not know? You know this. And he would keep see, I told you. And then he would go on.
Oh my God, he was so funny. I do think the best one was that fire on, was it Golden Gate? The one where we go into the kitchen,
Yeah, I don't remember
fully
what
rolling, and
Calcer
he's
maybe.
he's laying on the kitchen counter. This whole room is going, and he's laying on the kitchen counter. And he's not a little dude. He's 6'5", maybe.
Yep.
And he's laying on the kitchen counter, and he's like, "Get in there, pull those ceilings." And he's chanting away. And then afterwards, he came to us, and he goes, "I got a funny thing to tell you." He goes, "I grabbed the wrong boots, and I can't pull them up past my thighs." So he's got his coat on and these suspenders and these pants like below his. They're like shorts.
You know what I remember about that one is, I don't know what time we finished that one, like maybe 5:36 in the morning, something like that.
Yeah.
And he was in his Chiefs buggy, and he pulls up to us, and he'd always do this, Jack. He'd be like, huh? What do you think, huh? Hey, guys, hey, hey, you want to know something? He's like, hey, that's pretty good, huh? That's pretty good. Huh? Hey, it's like 6 o'clock. You know what? I'm not even gonna go in service. I'm just gonna go home, huh? I'm just gonna leave. He's like, and as I understand it, he went back to the firehouse, took off the pants that didn't fit, and he just drove to Santa Rosa or wherever he lived.
Yeah.
Took off. Yeah. He's like, I don't need to do this anymore.
That's funny as shit.
No, he was. Oh my god, he was wild. He was fucking wild. He was a good fireman too. I mean, he was very, especially like, well, that was the one where I made the driver spot, and we got that fire somewhere. It's right around the corner. It was like a little room and contents, and we go flying down there, and I'm new in the spot, and I'm like, we got to the street. You guys had pulled up. I think Gary was driving. No, Belcher was driving. And I look over and I'm like, where do you want me parking? And he goes, where you park a fucking truck, you dumb fuck. This is your job. And he gets out and he leaves. And I'm like, okay, now I understand I understand what my job is now. Okay, so I got a question. Do you remember Friday the 13th with Dia? Do you remember when he wanted to do, he was getting behind on the R1s, and we had to do the Friday the 13th on the engine? I was on the engine with him. And
you're gonna have to remind me. Let me preface this. I don't remember shit anymore.
Okay, so he goes. So Dia was our captain, who was
going, but remind me.
Okay, he had a heart of gold. He wanted to do an R1 on Friday the 13th.
Hold on, can I just point out we're like no names, and we've already dropped 2 like right off the bat. I'm gonna keep. Jack, can you tally for us, Jack? Like how many?
Yeah, I can put it to. Hold on. Yeah, and that asshole Mike Marks. Hold on, make that 3 now. Okay,
yeah,
yep.
I have been meaning to ask because I'm at a bit of a disadvantage here. I've only listened to like 2 of these. Have we done a whole shitting on Michael Marks yet, or like where are we at?
He threw a couple out. We haven't gotten there yet.
Where we are in the process.
I really.
You're gonna rip into him, and he's gonna text you one day and make you feel really bad. Garrett really wasn't happy with that.
It's really hard. It's really hard because I know he's going through a tough time right now, and it's really hard.
He's a good friend of mine. I love him to death. At times, an absolutely terrible person, but a really good friend of mine. And I care about him deeply, and he is going through a hard time, and I want him to be okay. Also, kind of a terrible person at times. So,
yeah, he's. To give you the side note, I introduced him as one of my best friends in the world.
Great friend.
As a human being and great person, one of the worst firemen ever. Am I wrong? I mean, there have been. I mean, okay, like
I think there, like many of us, there are multiple phases in your career, and I think there was a phase where some of us were younger and healthier and more engaged and probably cared a little bit more. And then there's a period later in your career where you care a little bit less. And
True.
some people when they care less, still have a lot to offer, and some people, when they care less, just stop offering things.
And he never offered much of. I have to be careful because I really do want to, but I'm not. Okay, we'll go back to Friday the 13th. So our captain Dia wanted to go do our ones. We were, and for some reason we were arguing with him, and he had absolutely no control of us. So he would pretend like he's in charge, but he wasn't. Like none of it ever, you know. He would yell at us, huh?
Is this when he threw the clipboard?
No, this was the we're doing this, and we go to this R1 around the corner, and he's in front of us going up the stairs, and he knocks on a door. I don't know why. And this guy, oh no, I know what happened. They rang the bell to get into the apartment. And the guy just let him in. He didn't know we didn't say we're firemen or anything. And all of a sudden we look down and this dog like this big runs out the door. And you hear the guy, oh my God, get the dog, get the dog. And we were like, oh fuck. And it took off down the street. We're like, oh. And the guy comes out, the door closes behind him. He goes, I'm house sitting. And he turns around and he goes, and I don't have keys to the front door. And I was like, and Dina just kind of looked at me and he goes, all right, we're not doing any more ones today. I told you, but they had posters all through the neighborhood for like months afterwards because that dog never came back. And I was like,
I think I remember that. I don't think I was there for that though, like that with you guys.
Dude.
I remember that.
That was, I forgot who was, because I was in the back of the engine and I don't remember who else was. That was, and then the other terrible dog story was the one. Remember the second alarm out at the beach where some fireman from 34 broke his ankle on the hoses?
Yeah.
And it came back as a rekindle.
Yeah.
Remember it had the drag queen shoes in it, like legitimate 300 boxes of drag queen shoes, my size. How do I know that? I tried them on. Come on.
Oh, Dad.
The dude, listen to this shit. This is fucking crazy. So the guy got woken up by his dog in the middle of the night for the fire. He goes outside, with his dog, and he's holding his dog, and the engines are all coming, everything's going on, and he drops the dog, and it takes off and gets run over by the 32 engine. And I just remember Rudy Castellanos is like
how many is Jack? We got 5 now?
Yeah.
He's retired. So the chief just kind of looked at me and he goes, oh shit. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. It was so bad. Saved. That was it. That was the dog was supposed to die in the fire and didn't do it. So.
Oh God. Not as bad as your.
What do you want to know, Jack? What do you want to know?
My questions aren't that great, but of course. Was he really this big? Was he really that big of an asshole? Huh? Let's hear it. How?
Oh, you want to get into this?
Yeah, might as well rip on, because Mike Marks at least might watch this if we start ripping into good old Garrett here.
So, wait, are we talking about Garrett or Marks?
Garrett. Yep.
No, not an asshole, but talked about tremendously, like. A character who's I mean, this is all these stories and all this talk is not out of left field. This is not like nobody's like surprised that like, wow, he has all these stories, like these were coming out
all the time.
And you don't
I'd hold court at tables at dinner. I'd hold court for hours.
We have a coworker who's still in, and I won't say his name because I'm not going to break the rule. But
Carlo.
6 now, by the way.
He's got a list of quotes, and I don't remember them. I don't have them in front of me, but something like, and all these motherfuckers in the room know that I'm the best fucking fireman in this whole group. Lists like that. He goes, and I'll call them on their shit too. That's all real. So like when we gotta, I don't want to summarize, but there are examples to everything we talk about. Like,
Yeah. I could imagine. Yeah.
if you prompt, it'll come up. Like none of this is going to be hard to get to. You know.
No.
Oh, well, a more fun one then will be, what about who's the best firefighter in SFFD? Like, was there someone who was just like Mr. Golden Boy, you know, just the best? I mean, I feel like that's kind of hard because there's so many different categories of like firefighters.
I think I honestly can say that I can name 50, without using their names, 50 great firemen that.
Let's not say the names when we're talking about how great they are.
Yes, no, we're not going to. But I can name 50 great fire that were better than I was. You
Yeah.
know, and like, am I up there? I don't know. I was good at the truck. You know, I was good at the rescue system stuff. I was good at all that. Was I the greatest? No. I don't think you can put it on. There's some great chiefs that were fun to work with.
Yeah.
You know, and some of them were way better than others. But I don't think you can ever put one person as the greatest fireman.
What about?
Because you don't do it by yourself.
Yeah,
you do it
yeah,
with
yeah.
everybody else.
I think there are also like, I think about this a lot now because there are there's a certain consensus on certain people. Like, is this guy good? And you'll get 99% saying this is one of the great firefighter.
Gotcha.
Or is this guy, is this guy a great chef? Yeah, everybody agreed, great chef. Is this guy a good person? Great person. And I think there are, a bunch of people that you throw the name out and you would get a positive response on.
Yeah.
Working hard, being good at it, or this person is really good at this thing, and everybody agrees this person. And then
Gotcha.
there's is this guy a pain in the ass? Yeah, everybody agrees that he's probably the one who's going to complain the most or do the least, and it's just sort of across the board.
Gotcha. What about like those oh shit moments, like the one where the dog got ran over? Any ones like that? Like what are some good funny moments like that? Like where you run over anything else?
When we got hit by the truck and you guys got to go to the fire and we did not.
Oh, I didn't because I was on the ambulance and I had to come to you guys and take care of people.
What else? Oh shit moments.
I mean, there are a lot of shit moments. It depends on like, are we talking funny or scary? I mean, there's a lot.
I'd say probably funny.
I think I did. Was that on? I don't even know if it's out. Is it the one? I can't remember because they're all coming together. I gotta look it up. But I was talking about the fifth alarm when I came in that morning, and you, me, and the two other firemen. We went to that one. That wasn't an oh shit moment. That was just like when we made the crest of that hill. I was like, oh fuck, like that was big.
Yeah, I remember. So I have a couple things to add to that. You had talked about relieving the boss the day before.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember what happened to me is I pulled up in my car. We always park the engine across the street. And I pulled up in my car and I see people getting into the engine and I realize, oh, they're about to go on a call, which no big deal. And the driver of the engine the day before, because I'm driving the engine that day, the driver of the engine the day before goes, there's a fire. And I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. And then he goes, yeah, fifth alarm. And I'm like, yeah, great, awesome, cool. And he stares at me and I go, oh, are you guys going to the fire? He's like, yeah, we're going to the fire right now. And he keeps staring at me and I realize he's basically saying, you
want to go for me?
I'm not going. And I go, oh, you want me to go? Okay, hold on, let me get my stuff. So that's how the day started. I had no idea. So I'm told that there's this fifth alarm going, and I know it's on 14th and DuBose or 14th, whatever.
It's Folsom, Harrison.
Yeah. So I remember thinking, all right, I'll go up over Roosevelt, and it'll drop me right on the 14th. And I remember saying something to you guys like fifth alarm, like over the hill, like shouldn't we see smoke or something? And we didn't see anything. And I take us up over Roosevelt, and as soon as we make that turn, we all went, oh shit.
Yeah. We were talking about how we're gonna get cut loose and
yeah, all the way up to the sky. But I think the good thing about that one was it was me, you, and another person of our vintage. And we had enough time in and experience that we could sort of appreciate the scene and not get overwhelmed by what we were about to have to do, because we knew we weren't going into something. We were just
And
gonna be
then
out.
we took the Proby with us too.
Dude, I couldn't. You mentioned that, and I can't for the life of me remember who that was. But to be fair,
His nickname is Cylon, you know, from the Battlestar Galactica. Remember him?
no, of course not. I don't know what you're talking about.
He was a nice kid, 20 feet in the air holding on to that monitor. I was like, holy shit. Yeah. I think that was I mean, there was a point, maybe like 2010, we were catching all those fires. I mean, they were like one after another. It was crazy. Like we were getting probably one a week. Remember that we had the garbage can arsonist that was lighting the houses on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of fires that we were going to.
And that was back when I went to fires. Garrett knows my line towards the last few years of my career. I would say I don't go to fires anymore. And it wasn't a choice. It just they didn't seem to happen on my watch. And I'd get like some really overeager Proby. He'd be like, "We're gonna get a fire today." No, we're not.
No.
Not today. You're working with me. He's like, "I always get the fire." Sorry, kid. It's not happening. Maybe tomorrow.
Now was that fire when we went down to in the Castro where you had let out to 6 and you were like in the dark, like a mile away from everyone, and I'm like, I'm done, you know, I'm done screwing around, and I'm like, I'm not doing shit. And I walked out there and I'm like, you are out here by your fucking self.
I had a streak of like 5 fires in a row where I had to drag a bunch of line all by myself, and I was all by myself, like 2 blocks away, just supplying and sitting there bored out of my mind.
Oh, dude, that's like the Devonshire fire. That was a good one. You didn't go to Devonshire.
Wasn't at that one.
That was the one where I could talk about both of them because they're both dead. We had Larry Conrad, who's our boss. Manny was driving the engine, and we come down the hill, and it's a 4-lane road going up Market Street, Upper Market, and there's a median along a cement medium along the middle of it. And we come down, and we're right at the fire, but to get to the other side, you have to go up and make a U-turn and come down. And Manny fucking hit that median at like 50 miles an hour and just sparks everywhere. Landed the thing, and I was just about to do it, and Larry's like, "No, you don't, you fucking dumbass." He goes, "You're gonna get stuck," and I'm like, I probably would have, like it, you know, with the jacks where they are, I would have totally gotten stuck. But yeah, we rolled up on that one. That was they were pulling people out of the windows. That was crazy.
Actually, I got a no shit one for you. We had that fire. I'm pretty sure you were driving the truck with on Market, and it was on your side, the driver's side, and the gas meter or whatever, the gas was blowing out.
That wasn't Market. That was
Corner of like Market.
Where's this? Where's the street box? Where's that street box we go to the school? Gold Mine. No, not Gold Mine.
Corbett.
Iron. Corbett. It's on Corbett. It was on the left-hand side of Corbett.
Okay, that's okay, maybe. But I remember this gas. It was basically a gas line that was flowing, so this flame is just blowing out. And you're driving, so you're on the fire side, and I'm on the opposite side. And so I don't remember you saying anything, but I remember coming around. I was completely blocked by the truck, and so all that flame is blowing, and I don't feel anything. And I come around the truck, and all of a sudden, just get blasted with heat. And that was like, oh shit! And it hit that heat.
We talked about that one. I knew it. Well, I had the window partially cracked so I could feel it, but that was the one where I drove down there in my flip-flops and shorts.
Oh, you told that one the last
sitting on the tailboard.
Okay,
they were sitting on the tailboard.
It's funny you mentioned that, because you mentioned earlier about shorts and flip-flops. So let me talk about the end of your career. So you want to know the story? These are the stories.
Of course.
So this is New Year's Eve.
Uh-huh.
Very last night, very last New Year's Eve, Garrett worked. This is right before he retired. This is like
Mhm.
3 months before he retired.
Yeah.
So we get a building alarm at a school on Haight Street
Mhm.
at like legitimately like 11:58 or something.
Mhm.
And so we pull up, and I'm driving the engine. So I pull up, I do, and then I'm standing outside. And usually it's kind of me and the chief standing outside. Everybody else goes in to check out the building, see what's going on. And there's fireworks going off behind us. Right, the whole city's going crazy.
Mhm.
The chief goes, "Who's driving the truck?" And I go, "Garrett." He goes, "Why isn't he like he doesn't come out anymore?" And so we kind of wait. We kind of wait. It's midnight. It's New Year's.
Yeah.
Fireworks, sparklers, sounds, like everything's going off. Garrett gets out of this truck, white T-shirt, Sacred Heart shorts,
Mhm.
flip flops, like waddles over the
And he goes, "Get back in the truck."
Garrett wraps him in a hug. The chief wearing his turnout. Garrett's in his shirt. It's freezing out. It's midnight. Wraps him in a hug. No words. No words are said. The chief shakes his head and goes, "Go sit down in the truck." Garrett, without a word, turns around, walks back, waddles back to the truck, gets in, closes the door.
I had the heater in there. It was cold.
I think you could say at the end there wasn't much interest in something like that.
No.
Also,
I think
like,
the end of it.
the Chiefs are like, "Do your thing, whatever."
Yeah.
We don't.
No,
care,
no
dude.
one. It was funny. Like they were at the end. It was that last year was like full blown. Like even when we went down to the tower to do the 50, they were like, "Go stand over there." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Really?" And they're like, "One, we don't want to listen to you anymore, and two, just stand over there." I'm like, "All right, cool." I'm like, "All right."
I just can't believe you drove in flip flops.
They were comfy.
Yeah.
Regular.
Well, they were
Clearly.
slides. They weren't flip flops. They were
They were slides.
most of the time they were slides.
Like
So I
the
had socks on.
the Adidas slides or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Things that kind of like waddle, they
Toes out.
got to keep the slides on. You'd always know when Garrett woke up in the dorm because the slides would start sliding.
Go downstairs, have my coffee, my cigarette, and see what happened last night.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, there was a. Well, I mean, it didn't make. Hi, puppy.
Oh wait,
There was
Pops.
no point. What?
This is Pearl.
Aw, hi Pearl. No free
Pearl's so
promo
cute.
here. No free promo.
Yeah, right.
Ah, no, I'm just kidding. No, what? Did I already tell you this? At the gym I go to, I met this kid who like noticed that I had a SFFD shirt. I wish I remember his name, but he was a probie at 12. I was like, "Oh yeah, my dad's a firefighter. Where are you a firefighter at?" And he's like 12, and it's like, "Oh, I'm there. I'm a probie." La 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 la. And it's like, "Who's your dad? Who's your dad?" I'm like, "Garrett Lucier." "Oh, Garrett Lucier. Oh yeah yeah yeah. He's got his pictures up." "Oh yeah yeah." So you still have your memory lives on, Dad.
I had to double check that one when Thompson was doing.
Picture is up in the restroom.
Does
Yeah,
it?
it's in the bathroom.
Right above the urinal.
It's a perfect. No, it's on your way out.
Oh, okay.
So it
Great.
doesn't catch people's eye right away, but after you leave, it's yeah. That was the career ender for me. That's when I knew I was done.
When your
I was like, oh.
pictures in the bathroom, I'll do it.
Okay, so I'll give you the story. I was going to be an operator, which is Chiefs aide, and I had it all planned out on what I was going to do and who I was going to drive and do this whole thing. And you had to take this test, and I'm like, not the greatest test taker in the world, but then there was a verbal and a physical part of it. So I scored really well on this stuff. Then I'd take this written test, and it was like whoever wrote it was like an asshole, and he's still working today, and he's an asshole. But he wrote it so that like unless
You want to make
were,
it 8, 9?
No,
You mentioned.
no.
Okay.
we all know who he is because he was in our group,
Gotcha.
and he he wanted somebody else as the operator. I scored number 1 on the list. They come out of the list. So the minute that list came out, I was out, like going. And then I was doing triannual with Division 3. That's when that picture got taken. And then I got a phone call saying that the list had been thrown out. And you're not number 1 anymore. And I'm all, well, what am I? And they're like, you're not even on the list. And I'm
Weren't you
like,
even on the list, right?
yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
even on the list. And I'm like, but I'm driving the Chief right now. Yeah, I know. And I'm like, so then that's when I took the picture, and right next to it is the list where I'm not on it.
That's hilarious.
But that was my, I took a shot at him and I lost. He got the last word on that one. That was a tough one. But whatever. The rest
I
of
would
them are
say
all.
There's still plenty of evidence of you in that firehouse.
Oh, I
For the
wouldn't
good
doubt
and
it.
for the bad, I imagine.
Yeah. Some of me as well. I'm up there as well.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
there's some good.
BJ, what
Um,
was your favorite time in the firehouse? I know you don't remember anything, but you could maybe make up something.
Christmas.
What was your
Christmas?
favorite moments?
There are a lot of great moments.
Like one that just, you reminisce about when you're waking up in the morning. Just kidding, but
Yeah, waking up in the morning and go, fuck, I gotta do this.
3 more years.
3.5, dude. There are a lot. I mean, I don't think you really think about specific memories because like one memory to another one, but I think there are certain themes that come up. You know? Like there was a period where we were trying to figure out how much bacon we could get into a meal, right? So that was like
What the
a
fuck?
period. Okay, actually, you know what? I got one for you. So yeah, let's talk about Christmas. So we have always decorated the firehouse at Christmas.
Yeah.
And then I started decorating it for Halloween.
Mhm.
That was I was like, hey, we should do Halloween. Kids love our Christmas decorations. Let's double up, do Halloween. And so as the firehouse changed, as we lost some of our more senior guys and moved on, I think it sort of fell on me to take on some of this. And so I would try to figure out how to keep the girls across the street happy with our decorations. So I had a vision for years. We used to have, it's not there anymore, the firehouse used to have a hose tower above the main roof. So you have the main roof and then a giant, I don't know, what was it, like a 40-foot hose tower or something like that? So this thing's way up there. And I always had a dream. I want to put a live Christmas tree at the top of this hose tower. And so they tore down that hose tower, but I still had this dream of putting a live Christmas tree.
They tore down the hose tower while we were still in the firehouse, just so you know. Every day jackhammering for 4 months.
So let me just say that I was always more of an idea guy. And then I needed somebody to execute.
Yeah.
We go to Garrett and go, I got this idea. What do you think?
Awesome. Great idea.
He'd be like, I could do that. We can do that. No problem. So
and most of the times I did.
You did. And so he and another guy, they rent a trailer and they drive up. How far do you guys go? Like
3 hours, where we used to go motorcycle riding, Jack.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
About 3 hours.
There's like a 25-foot limit on these trees. 20-foot limit on these trees.
20-foot limit, and you couldn't take more than a 3-inch trunk.
Right. So, anyways, he comes back with like a 30-foot tree.
Yeah.
This trailer.
Well, it was dark. It was dark when we cut it down, and the map that we had, neither one of us can read a map, and it's a hand-drawn map, and it's upside down. So we cut a, 32-foot tree.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Off someone's front yard.
So I was off. I was off for, I don't know, a week, something like that. And they bring it back, and I get a video sent of them using the truck to crane this tree up onto our roof. And I'm like, this is amazing.
Like the fire truck? Like you hung something from the ladder? No way. Yeah. Oh my God.
And tied it to the roof.
Yeah, your reaction there is exactly what the chief said when he was like, "What are you?"
I can only imagine that. Oh man,
and we decorated it. It had lights on it.
definitely
Hold on,
not OSHA
we're not even
approved.
there yet. Because this gets sent to me, and I'm like, "Cool, I'm coming in tomorrow. Can't wait to see it."
Hmm.
So I come in the next day, first thing in the morning, and your dad is so proud of himself. Like out there, he's looking up. He's like, "I got you your fucking tree," you know. And so I'm standing out there next to him, and we're looking up, and he goes, "You happy now?" And I look at it and I go, "No, now I need one on the other side too." And so I kind of keep saying this. I keep saying like it's not balanced. Like
Yeah.
so basically, Firehouse has like 2 side roofs.
Yeah.
And so it's on the left roof, and there's nothing on the right roof, and it's just not balanced.
Hmm.
And so I kept complaining, and finally, I don't know, maybe a week or 2 later, Garrett goes, "Fine, fuck it, I'll get you another fucking tree." And he goes out and gets 2 more trees, one off to the other side and one up on the roof, like the main roof.
Yeah.
So we had 5 Christmas trees that we decorated, lit up, put snow on it, the whole deal.
And the fucking tree lady, when I went to the tree yard, I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing with these trees?" It was close to Christmas, like it was middle of
Yeah.
December. She goes, "Well, we just chop them up and use them for firewood." And I'm like, "I'll give you $20." And she goes, "Okay." So she gave me 2, and they weren't small; they were big fucking trees.
One of them was close to 20, I think, and the other one was like 15. Like they were big trees. Yeah.
It was pretty hilarious. Yeah, and that was the year that we came in second in the contest.
Who beat you?
So I think there's just a lot of like, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of like just ideas that we threw out that went in. Like I'll tell you. So to get back to like, I was the idea guy, and I would just wind your dad up, and so it's like, "Hey, I really like those McDonald's McGriddles. Those are good.
Oh my
How do we should make a McGriddle. I don't know how to make a McGriddle." He's like, "I got you. I'll make you a McGriddle. I got you." We figured out how to make an actual McDonald's McGriddle, and then
we branded the top of them.
Oh
we
no
branded
way!
said 12 instead of the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we preserved it. How did you preserve? What's
We were varnishing the ladders, and I had this epoxy that I was using, and so we took one of the McGriddles and we put it in the epoxy.
Oh, and
it was
saved it?
perfectly. We saved it, and it was a trophy for. It
But
was
then,
a trophy for something. Yeah.
Somebody dropped it or something, and then so it got exposed, and then it started spoiling. Had to get rid of it. And then there's just a lot of days where you're like, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I could really use popcorn today. 4 in the afternoon.
Popcorn in bad movies.
"Okay, your popcorn's on." "Oh, great, thanks." So you just kind of wind them up and kind of like
let
you
them
do,
loose.
actually.
Yeah.
You kind of wind them up a little bit too.
I've been trying to get good at it. It's kind of hard though. Sometimes.
You understand how it goes.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm a doer. I'm not a thinker. I'm a doer.
I try to use it for good and not evil. Like I say this very lovingly, and I mean both meanings of this. He's kind of like a tool. You gotta use him.
I think he described himself as that at the very first episode or something. I'm a tool.
There's a division chief in the fire department right now who said he is the greatest tool to use, because if you keep him busy, he's your perfect thing. It's when he doesn't have anything to do that's when you have problems. Thus all the other things that happen,
all the pranks,
the 150 mouse traps that we set off in the dorm.
Oh my god,
that was a pretty good one. Yeah,
all on the floor or what?
And beds, and
did you wait?
Just randomly.
No way! Did you hear him going off or what?
Yeah, there was a couple of those, and then there was we set them all off in the dorm room, and then you'd have to sit in the middle of them, and then somebody would throw a ping pong ball at them, and then they'd all start going off. It was pretty good. The fireworks were the good. That was when I set the floor on fire, um, with one of the captains. I came in. He was at the computer, and I had a whole thing of firecrackers, and I pulled the garbage can over and I dropped the firecrackers in the garbage can. It makes it 10 times louder than anything. And it jumped out and it set the wax on fire. And there's still a bald spot on the floor by where you sign in the door. Oh, wait, that's damaging city property. Sorry.
You're supposed to say legally, allegedly you did these things. That's how you protect
Allegedly,
yourself in court.
only
Allegedly.
got you that
Halloween,
Talking about.
the hose tower. Remember the dropping the pumpkins off the top of the hose tower? So the
Yeah,
hose tower is 100 feet.
you
no.
almost got me a name there about who was there. Yeah, yep, that's true.
And congratulations on your retirement last Friday.
Didn't we also decide that dropping them wasn't enough and we had to drop them onto a wooden chair or something? Didn't we?
Yes.
Destroy the chair?
We destroyed a chair.
Target. We needed a target to aim for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went, and it was pretty funny. The captain at the time was my cousin. And
That's where I was going with the name that I remember.
And so we're laughing because we're carrying just 30 pumpkins in these big canvas carryalls. Going up, we're laughing. She comes out of her room and she goes, "What are you doing?" And we're like, and she was kind of rules and tools a little bit here and there. And I was like, "We're gonna go drop pumpkins off the tower." And she goes, "Oh, can I come?" And I'm all, "Fuck yeah!" And we threw the first one off at the chair, and then she was like, "I'm leaving."
Yeah.
I don't want to see this again.
It was a bit more destructive than anticipated, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty violent.
I would love to hear it from an innocent bystander's point of view, just walking by, minding their own business and seeing this happen.
So we used to play volleyball, which was an old racket court, handball court. We turned into a volleyball court. So you play 3-on-3, 4-on-4, but the walls were live.
Oh
except for the
yeah,
back walls.
in 12 or
Yeah, at 12.
yeah. I remember that.
And they were great games. We had so much fun. But the lady that lived behind us up on the other street came down one day, months later. I think she was at the Christmas party, and she came down to one of the open house, and she goes, "I gotta know." She's all, "I've lived here for 10 years, and I hear you the same time every day, swearing and screaming, and it doesn't sound like basketball." I'm like, "It's volleyball." Yeah.
Volleyball.
Sounds like you guys are having the best time.
Oh God, that was
screaming.
Those were fun.
And then we'd do it till 7:30. Usually eat dinner about 7:30. It'd be 7:15. We go, "Oh shit, we better make
dinner." Whip it all together.
What was the best firehouse meal? Just number one that you always look forward to. When it was on, you're like, "Oh my God, thank the heavens." Was it one of the Sloppy Joes or
Ed Dunn's lasagna?
That's number one.
No, it's not.
That's the worst one.
It's the only meal he knew how to make.
Let's talk about this. So this dude made the same meal every time. Every time.
Yeah.
And there were actually two. Actually, let me segue for a second. There was another guy who made the same meal every single time.
Yeah.
And it was coconut chicken.
Okay.
And he had a cookbook that said 101 ways to make, or whatever, 50 ways to make, whatever. And he made the same meal every single time.
Yeah.
But he used the cookbook every single time. And so one of our guys took the cover and changed it and said "one way to make chicken." So this guy made lasagna every single time. And finally we shamed it. It was lasagna and steamed broccoli. I can't even remember. Something like that.
It was so gross.
Every
it was
time.
fine,
It was
for
fine.
what it was, but put a little adventure. The best meals ever, it's the worst meals that you can always remember.
Well, let's just finish this, because this dude, we finally shamed him into making something else.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what it was, but he finally makes something else. And as soon as we eat it, we're like, Never mind. Go back to lasagna.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Um,
And then when he left, somebody made lasagna and was sort of like, "What are you doing?" Like he's like, "Well, he's not here anymore. Somebody's got to step up and make it." Like, oh, that's actually a good point. It's the only time we ever get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, the worst meals, the blue cheese burgers.
I wasn't there for that one. Only heard about it.
It was we were going through a financial crisis in 2008, and one of the members bought on sale hamburger meat, so it was gray, which
Okay.
is fine.
Yeah.
And then he put blue cheese in it.
though? Is
He
it
put
though?
blue cheese. Oh, it's so bad. He put blue cheese on it, and then they fried them on top of the griddle, and so it had this off smell to it,
Yeah.
and it was like,
Like blue cheese, yeah, and bad hamburger meat.
yeah, and like some of the guys were just like ruthless on him. So then he made the vanishing pot roast. He went. So there was 9 of us. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
after the ambulance. So 9 of us, and he bought pot roast, put it in the pot, and didn't put enough liquid into it, so it shrunk down to like the size of a baked potato. And all I remember was one of the he's an officer now, but one of the guys that's a friend of ours, like looked at it, walked over to the phone, and started ordering pizza. Like didn't say a word, just ordered pizza. like okay,
So let's talk about Mark. If we're going to talk about meals,
Poor
Because-
Mark.
he would cook, and you would go, he would. What are we going to make? What are we going to make? Like, I don't know, dude. Just do one of the two. You either do pink chicken or green chicken. Which one are you going to do? You knew, you knew it was going to be that.
You're getting a small. Yeah, that was the. I mean, we were good about it because we would help. If you put an attempt into it, we would help you.
Yeah.
But if you weren't gonna help, if you weren't gonna put any attempt into it, we didn't help.
Yeah.
But for the
What's
most
the
part,
point?
oh no, that's not true. If you didn't put any into it, we would just take it over because we don't want to
Yeah.
eat that shit. We want to eat what we want to eat. So then we would just not let you cook, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's how it was. I mean, the last maybe 4 or 5 years, I mean, I was in that kitchen every day cooking, because it was just I wanted something and nobody else wanted it, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. Screw you, let's go.
You became the master chef at 12.
No, it was more like I was fat and I wanted to eat something, so
That
I
works
didn't want a
too.
fucking salad for lunch.
There were some really good cooks at 12. I mean,
Yeah.
there were some really, really good cooks at 12.
What was my introduction to Asian food? Like real legitimate Chinese
Oh,
food. Like
What's that thing that you made? It's like you would do the tortillas, meat pies.
Sophie's meat.
Yeah.
Sophie's meat
Oh
pies.
my god, I still dream of that till this day.
Oh, I don't
Those
have
are
it upstairs.
so
I
good.
got,
Oh my god.
I got the cookbook.
Mm.
We found it online. It's Sophie's father's Hunan restaurant
Mhm.
in San Francisco. So my cousin owns all those, and they make this thing called Sophie's meat pie. I made them at the firehouse a couple times. 2 fried tortillas, iceberg lettuce, and then a ground beef with like tons of ginger and spices in it. So good.
So good.
Yeah. Made that. We did put like 30 pounds of bacon on a meal once.
We had one day where we set a bacon record, I believe.
That's when you were trying to do the bacon record.
And the
There's a
idea,
picture of it somewhere.
I think so. My recollection is it was my idea and you figured it out. Like, so this is my, right. So basically
Sounds on point.
We had the wedge salad,
Mhm.
right? With crumbled bacon all over it, right?
Yeah.
And I said, what if you ate it out of a bowl of bacon? What if the bowl made out of bacon so that you could just eat straight through the whole thing? And I don't think that I ever actually believed that we could. And Garrett's like, yeah, totally. We'll just weave it through, and I don't know, what did we put it in the bowl? Did we like freeze it or something?
No, we just took we baked it, and then right before it got done, where it was still friable, we weaved it onto a metal bowl, and then put it in the fridge, and then it
Oh, put it in the fridge.
solidified. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did put it in the fridge to cool it down, and then we had 9 bacon bowls.
And I remember that I had to go back and get more salad because I couldn't finish my bowl. The
There's
amount of
so much
salad.
bacon.
There was still bacon on top, and we put bacon. Did we do your meatloaf that day?
Yep, it was
So,
the meatloaf.
meatloaf
Okay, so you
covered-
know how that all started. You know how that day started was that officer came in who we were very
Oh.
accommodating for anyone that would come to
Oh.
the firehouse and say, "Hey, I can't eat this."
Yeah.
And I had worked with him like 2 days before at another firehouse, did the exact same thing. When the meal got put down, he's like, "Oh, I don't eat bacon."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
until
you,
the meal was
yeah.
out.
and it's like, because you don't want to pay for it, or what the
It's
this
haram.
isn't a restaurant. So that's where we did it. We said we're gonna find the meal was called Find the Muslim in the room. And we put bacon in
Are
everything.
you ready for it, Jack? Are you ready for it? You racist motherfucker.
That'll
So-
be the intro. You racist motherfucker. That
So it was we actually Brian sent me a picture at when he was at Lucky's, the supermarket, of the scale and the dude behind it, and it was like this massive thing of bacon.
And he was still like holding up more that he was putting on.
Because I needed like 4 pounds for the meatloaf alone.
yeah.
Then we had bacon bowls.
No,
The
we
green beans had bacon in it.
we used something like 10 pounds for the bowls themselves or something like that.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was insane.
with bacon, but lunch had a bunch of bacon in it. So did we just do BLTs? What did we do for lunch? We did something with a ton of. It might have been brunch. I don't remember. We did a ton of bacon.
I
at
think it was
lunch.
brunch. Because meatloaf was usually on Sundays for me.
Yeah, so it probably was. We went nuts. I mean, that's but that was like it wasn't even like this was an unusual thing. Like my recollection is the previous months we'd been like building up to it. Bacon, and that's where it led to this. Like, what if we have the bowls?
Yeah.
Be bacon. All
Yeah, there's a lot of experimenting of like sitting at dinner and being like, what if we had bread that had bacon in it? And you're like, oh. And I think part of it came from that donut shop on 25th Avenue
Happy Donuts?
that I can't remember the name of it. Whatever it is, during the weekend they would make a maple bar, and then inside of it was a full piece of bacon.
Mm,
It was but they only
That's
made it
ha-
on the weekend.
that's Happy Donuts. I'm like 99% sure that's Happy Donuts.
That could be Happy Donuts. Right next to what was the market? The produce market there.
22nd and Irving that we would go
Yeah,
to.
so it's at 22nd. It's right across the street. Because every time they went shopping for vegetables, I went to the donut
Yeah,
store.
On 24th Street,
Right.
you said?
No,
On-
no, we're talking 22nd and Irving. It's
Oh,
Benny's
okay. Different one, yep.
That's right. Yes.
Yep.
She was, yeah, because the daughter ran it, and it was during my heavier time when I ordered like 3 jelly donuts or something. Like, I wasn't going to eat all 3. And she kind of looked at me as she's putting them in the bag, like just sheer disgust. And I'm like, they're not all for me. And she's all, thank you, sir. I'm like, oh, yeah, no.
It's all right, Dad.
Dim
They
sum?
got Ozempic for that now.
No, I can't. So I have lost 12 pounds, just so you know. No, they tried to put me on the Ozempic, and the insurance company said I am too thin.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, okay.
You know you got to
Did you
get.
ask- Did you ask for it in writing?
Yeah, I got it. It's actually on my. I have so many medical records.
It's
It's written
framed.
down.
It's framed on the wall.
He took a picture of it. It's got the writing. He took a picture of himself. The writing. It's above his bathroom.
I'm
Dad,
thin.
Dad, you got to get the Ozempic, the Chinese Ozempic. It's called Retatrutide.
Ooh.
Yep.
I'm in.
Good knowledge. Good
Yep.
knowledge.
I'm into that.
Comes with a little
Yeah.
tiny microchip that goes through your bloodstream too, so they can monitor you.
Don't go down that. Don't
I-
go down your conspiracy the roads.
I'm
I'm
just
not
kidding.
participating in this, man. I still
No,
gotta work.
Hey, don't worry. I'm just kidding. I love Xi Jinping. I love the Chinese. They're perfect. They're fantastic. Next
They're
question.
running our
please.
internet right now. All right.
I
What
know.
else you got? What do you got to us?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Throw a
What
grenade
about
out there, Jack.
what about? Well, I've asked Dad this before. Like pranks. Like, were you ever degenerate enough to run some pranks? Did you ever get some good pranks on you, or what? What was that like? Or I feel like no one messed with you. You know, that's
No, you
Well,
didn't mess with
I feel like I'm gonna if I deny that, then people are gonna start messing with me. If I say
Yeah.
that. No, I don't know. I think that's true, right? People didn't really
Mm-mm.
mess with me too much
No, you were off limits for some reason.
for some reason.
afraid you were
And
gonna shank them.
Well, I'll
No.
tell you this.
Just kidding.
I'll tell you this. I think one, I didn't give much cause to,
Hmm.
but two, I'd like to think that people knew. Oh, you want to fuck with me?
Yeah, I think that was part of it.
Are
You know, like
because I wouldn't forget shit. Like I'm not as cold-blooded, calculated, and patient as somebody that I can think of who played a prank on a certain firefighter, Michael Marks, years later, deservedly so.
yes.
I pulled a prank on a probie who's now a chief, and I felt I was only one part of it.
Uh-huh.
We had a really nice guy, just really nice guy who was a probie.
You guess who it is.
and there was just for whatever reason we have triennial three times a year where everything gets inspected and a chief
Yeah.
comes, and he was going to be the probie on duty during triennial. It was his first triennial. He was going to stand there, and so for whatever reason we just decided he was going to get it, and we took his probie book and Xeroxed it and like made a copy. So his real one was safe, but we made a copy that like had pictures of like Brad Pitt and Jolie and like, oh, they're so perfect, and he was like writing really mean things about his boss, and we froze his tie, so his tie was all messed up. We put shoe polish on his hat, and so when he wore it, he couldn't take the hat off. He was gonna, and I don't even remember what else, but I call him the night before, day before.
Hmm.
And I go, hey, dude, the chief would always ask questions. Put you on the spot.
Three questions they always ask.
Yeah. And the classic one to Garrett, like, what's in the circulator bag? And Garrett's answer was
7 things. And he looked at me and he goes,
it's supposed to be 5 or 6 or whatever.
yeah. And I'm all, there's a bag of Skittles in there. And that's all I remember being told, there's a bag of Skittles in there. And he goes, if there's a bag of Skittles in there, I'll walk out the door and not look at the rest of our house. And he opens it up and there's a fucking bag of Skittles in there.
Oh, that's great.
So there'd be questions like that. He put you on the spot, like, how do you get to this address? Whatever. So we called the probie. I called the probie myself.
Uh-huh.
And I'm still pretty new at this time, And I got maybe 5 years. I don't know, 5, 6 years, something like that. And I go, hey, dude, we got a copy of the questions. And I read out 2 like really basic questions. I might have said, what's in the circulator bag? One of them. What's, how do you get to this address? Super simple. And I go, hey, the third one is he's going to ask you what the mission statement of the San Francisco Fire Department is. And I go, dude, do you know the mission statement of the fire department? He goes, because if you don't, I have it here. I can read it to you. You copy it down. You spend tonight memorizing it, right? So I start reading it. And it's actually much longer now. But at the time, it was, I don't know, 5 sentences or something. Probably, it's a paragraph. And so I start reading it to him so he could write it down. And about halfway through, he goes, are you fucking with me? Brian, are you fucking with me right now? I said, hey, dude. I go, man, you're the one standing triennial. I'm going home tomorrow. I really don't care. If you don't want to know this, fine by me, man. Whatever you want. And so we go back to writing it down. At the end of it, he goes, hey, Brian, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to doubt you. You're just trying to do the right thing.
Oh.
I go, hey, it's cool. So I Yeah, he's the chief now, though. He can really stick it to me if he wants. But nice guy. Nice guy.
Super nice guy.
Super nice. Really nice.
No, there was. I mean, the firehouse pranks were. I mean, there was.
Wait, did we
We
talk
had a
about
member. What?
I can't remember what you guys talked about. Did we talk about what someone did to your vehicle?
Oh, my car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
took
you
all the
talked about
wheels
that.
off. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Just making
that was pretty escalating. And then Marx's capri pants. And then
That's the mean
other
prank
one
you're
was-
referring to, or what? The cold blood prank, or is there another one? Huh?
Oh no.
Oh. Everyone know? No, I do want to know, of course.
I think you should wait till you have a certain retired firefighter on, and he can tell the story himself if he wants.
Oh.
I will not
It's-
tell someone else's story.
I don't even think I can give it justice of how awesome it is.
I don't want to, because it's so good that it should only be told by him if he wants to tell it. That's how good it
Yeah.
is.
I
Wow.
bet you he
Okay.
would.
It's pretty mean. I mean, it's great, but it's mean. Yeah.
And it was delivered. He was the same. Okay, so this is pretty funny. It's the same guy. I never messed with him. Like, he just was one of these characters, and I got along with him great. You know who I'm talking about. But he's retired now. So I
But you
had
you should know not to mess with him. Like, I think people knew. Like, I didn't give much cause to mess with me, and I think they knew also you probably shouldn't mess with me. You should not mess with this guy. Like,
Yeah.
you just
So-
don't do it.
No. So I took this class, and it was for Wildland, and it was about taking weather reports and doing all these things. And so I had to buy a watch. So I bought this cheap Timex watch, like but it was fine, whatever. And after the class, I threw it in my mailbox, and it would beep constantly. And so I come downstairs, he had the night watch, and he goes, "Turn your fucking watch off, and I'm only going to tell you once." And I'm like, "I don't even know what you're talking about." And he goes, "Your watch beeps at like 2 a.m. I'm like, whatever. So I ignored it. So weeks later, I come in, I'm in bed, and my watch is now going off every hour. Beep. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm looking for it. I'm tearing my bed apart. It's the middle of the night. I'm looking. I can't find it. And it's still going off. And it doesn't beep long enough for you to get it. So you heard it, and you're like looking around. 2 days went by, 2 watches. So 2 24-hour periods. 10 of them were spent in bed. He goes, "I'm going to tell you where the watch is." I'm all, "Where is it?" And he goes, "In the light." So we had these little lights, these little box lights above our beds. And I pulled the cover off, and it's sitting in there. And I'm like, "Oh, motherfucker." He goes, "Put your watch away." I'm like, "All right." Never put my watch downstairs again after that. So
Yeah, don't mess with him.
no, he's not one to do that. We did have a firefighter that was, he got startled easily. Good fireman. And he
Great
got
dude.
startled.
Great
Yeah.
dude.
But
Great dude.
if you jumped out at him, like you mistakenly, he came around the corner and you jumped out,
Yeah.
he'd freak out. So Manny, who is the master of just messing with everyone,
The God bless the best, the absolute best. Let me just say, he lived what I truly believe, that if you're gonna prank somebody or get somebody, there has to be some self-sacrifice involved.
yeah,
Right? It can't be easy. Like, you have to be willing to suffer some yourself
Yeah.
to make somebody else suffer. It can't be just like a throw something out and leave. Like, you have to be willing to really take some of it on yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm add to it, but go ahead. I just want to preface that. That's important.
Yeah.
that is very important. So we're having work done at the firehouse. And they're, it's an old firehouse. They're tearing down the hose tower, and they're going through the electricals because they're trying to, figure out where. And we've got these 2 giant panels of all the switches, the breakers. None of them are labeled, so nobody knows. So the guy's like on the phone, turning one off, trying to figure out. And that's when they were fixing the HVAC system up in the dorm. Or the heater or whatever, they were replacing it. So they're trying to find the fuse to turn it off. So Manny's watching the dude. Finally, he figures out that he found the switch to turn the lights off in the dorm, not where the beds were, but where we got dressed, where the lockers were. So Manny, one day, turned the lights off up there. So when you walk in, it was an automatic light, and it would turn on. When you leave, it would turn off again.
Mhm.
So Manny shut them off so they never would go on. And it was like dark as shit in there. I mean, like it was really dark. So if there's no light, you can't see anything. And so Manny had tied these plastic spiders
Oh my
on the
god.
walkway down there. So the firefighter, who is frightened of things that jump out at him that we did, and he's up there. And these things are on him, and you can hear him screaming from downstairs. And
Oh.
Mandy's sitting in the chair, laughing his ass off. He didn't tell Saul, didn't tell anybody he did it, and then he flicked on the switch, and the lights went on. I was like, oh, yeah, there was quite a few of those.
So Manny we had another member who, I worked with him every day for years.
Huh.
But he could at times rub people the wrong way. And Manny decided that he needed to have some payback maybe, or just needed to suffer a little bit.
Yeah.
And so when you have the night watch, you're all by yourself downstairs. You have to answer the phones, get the door, whatever. And so this guy, rare day that he has to take his own night watch, he's down there. And Manny stayed up all night long, wouldn't get a wink of sleep. And every 40 minutes or so, he would take his cell phone and he would dial the number for the firehouse. And he would let it ring just enough to know that this guy had enough time to get up and go. And then he would hang up right before he got there.
Oh, dude, it went on all night.
Bro, that's fucked. That's
willing to get
terrible.
almost zero sleep just so he could do this to this guy.
And there was the
Willing to
heater
sacrifice.
incident, the heater incident up in the dorm. So certain members like to sleep where it was really hot, and I can't sleep like that, nor could Manny. So there was an argument over what to set the thermostat for. It's either at 80 or it's off,
Yeah.
It's cold.
Mhm.
So you knew who worked the day before because you'd walk in the firehouse, you'd open the two doors and be like, oh my God, it's fucking so hot in here. And you're like sweating as you're walking through the dorm room. So Manny put a lockbox over it so no one could get into it to turn the thermostat. And then somebody ripped it off the wall.
But prior
Oh.
to the lockbox, somebody like snuck over there and like went to go turn it down, and Manny had a flashlight. As the guy gets there, he turned the flashlight on. He goes, "What are you doing?" He just sat there waiting. We just sat there waiting for the guy. What are you doing? You gotta be
Oh my
one.
God.
That's some
gotta be
pure.
one.
Yeah, that's some dedication there.
Talk about Manny with the gloves. Somebody trying to prank Manny with the gloves.
Oh my
So-
God.
And this is the great thing. This is what made Manny great. Not only was he willing to sacrifice, he was willing to take a little bit of prank if it was good, right?
Yeah.
If he felt so. Manny was just incredibly diligent and precise. He was very precise. Like his cooking was to the T.
Hmm.
Everything he did was purposeful. And so when he would put on his gloves for a medical call, he would just do everything right.
They were
He just
perfect.
put it on.
Yeah.
What, and so he had large, strong hands. Like he would hand tighten something better than me using a wrench. And so hands were just these massive, strong paws. And so somebody took his box of extra large gloves. He would take the box and take two out. And so they get a medical call, and he goes into his extra large and he takes them out and he puts them on and he blasts right through the hand. They're too small. Peels it off. Takes another two out, and they're going to the call. It takes us 2 minutes to get to calls.
Yeah.
And he's just diligently putting on. He breaks through another one, puts it down, and someone had replaced his XLs with mediums. He had no idea, so he just keeps grabbing it.
Going
after
through it.
And
How
so
do you
I
know?
think when they got somebody gave him some gloves, but he wouldn't stop. He just kept going back to the well.
Over and
Oh my
over and
God.
over
Yeah.
again.
Oh yeah. He was classic in that one.
Ah, God
Oh,
bless him.
God.
That's funny as
God bless him.
shit.
Yeah.
He was the absolute best.
Well, he was always he was the quiet one. He would not say much. You know, he would talk, but he would not. But when he said something, it was like it was pretty powerful. You know, he could. You know, I think he called me when I was being removed from 12 the first time. Um, he called me and he said, he's all, what's going on? And I'm like, well, they asked me to leave, you know, and I don't think I can stand up to the charges. I've called the chief and I don't think I can beat the charges. And he's like, he goes, but I'll back you up. And I'm like, you know, they can get me on like 4 different things, you know. And he's like, all right. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, I don't know. I said, we'll be fine. I'm leaving. We'll go. And he's like, he didn't like the way that got handled at all. You know, was like, but he, you know,
He was a very principled man who cared about people very deeply.
yes.
Sounds like a great guy. You'll have to bring him on, Pops.
Well,
Man,
unfortunately,
he's not with us anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry then.
Yeah.
a great
It's
guy.
awkward.
He would love to be listening to all this. He would.
Oh my
love
God, he would love it. Yeah.
Love
No, he would definitely have just loved all the stories and everything. What else do we got? Trying to think. I mean, it was a great core. Like the main core of the house was all. I mean, even the satellite people were good. 12 just brought a lot of people in that were like-minded. I guess is really.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I think I'm not sure if we've talked about this. The unofficial nickname was always the House of Gentlemen,
Yes.
and
Oh,
as much as we could go down this road of like, and all these pranks, all these things we did were because we genuinely cared about each other. They were never like
malicious intent.
Mean.
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
they weren't intended to be mean. It was I was only going to do this to you because I love you. Like, and that's 12 is candlelight and tablecloths and treating people well, and you were expected to treat people well, and
Yeah.
so it drew in that, and you had to be that, and you could not come in there and act like you were better than everybody else or better than the rest of the department because that just would not fit.
No, and that was the one really good thing about us is we were, I mean, we had our problems with the Chiefs, but most of the Chiefs knew we just leave them alone; they'll do their own thing. You know, like we took care of our own shit. We took care of our rigs. We made sure the house was there. We went to our calls. There. I don't think there were many complaints at all from outside.
Well, I think that was the thing. The complaints I always heard from the Chiefs were always from the Chiefs that felt like the right way to act was to act like you were better than everybody else and to act like the only way to prove how good you were was to shit on everybody else.
Yeah.
And 12, you would not do that. And so if you just act like a gentleman, then you don't get respected as a firefighter sometimes. And it always felt like it was more about that than actually doing the job because every fire I went to, it was always like, oh, you guys did great. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't think there were.
problem.
I mean, I mean, we made our mistakes, obviously, but
Been a couple mistakes, but
yeah, but none of them were catastrophic or
Like the parrot, Dad? Like the parrot? Is that in the mistake book?
not a 12.
That was not a 12. You're
No?
right. That wasn't a 12. No. That was at 32.
Ah.
Yeah, no, the parrot might. I don't think none of. I mean, I didn't get. I got asked questions on things that I did, like at fires and things like that, and they were. This is what I saw. It's the middle of the night. I'm driving the truck. I just woke up. Everyone's screaming on the radio, and it's like, I parked here because this was the place that I knew I could do what I wanted to do, which was get everybody up on the roof and get them down safely. That's what I did. A lot of chiefs were not truck chiefs, so didn't understand that. Like, why didn't you go around the block and, been over and it's like, you don't pass a shot to get another shot. That was how I was taught. And some of them understood that, you don't pass a hydrant to soap. Hopefully you got one down there, it's, that was kind of the way it was. But I mean, it's like everything, we got punished for things that other firehouses did. How many drills did we go to because they fucked it up? 100, 200,
Dad, permission to change this podcast name to the House of Gentlemen. That's a great name.
You could change it to House of Gentlemen.
That
It's
is
good.
That is a fantastic name.
I like it.
And I took it very seriously that was the way. As long as I was there, like that was going to be the way we were going to handle ourselves, and not everybody did all the time, and it wasn't always as explicit, but like that was always the goal.
I will say, and I could just be making this shit up, but I remember vividly being in 12, and then being in 12 for the first time, walking around. I vividly remember every single little thing of 12, and then going to Station 4, and it felt so awkward. Like it just felt so sterile, so I guess unsoulful would be the word. Whatever it is.
I mean,
and then going
yeah,
back to 12 later and like just like walking around and like it just really felt, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like just something.
12 was
yeah.
home. 12 was home.
Well, for you, yeah, but I'm just like a little
yeah.
kid visiting, it just felt so.
Yeah.
But Jack, you were like, if it's Garrett's home, that makes you.
Yeah, very true, very true.
I thought of you as one of the family, like from the start.
And we always, I mean, like, we would sit around and talk about the kids and how everybody's doing, and everybody, I mean, hell, they were at the wedding,
Yeah,
like,
no, of course.
There was, it was family, and it was, I mean, you think about, that part of my life, which is, that much of my life.
Yeah.
It's a huge part of it, and it changed who I am completely just because of who I hung out with and what I did, and made me want to be better, I think, is part of it because of everybody that was around.
It failed. You never got better, but it was a good goal. It was a worthy goal to get better.
Nice try. Yeah.
I tried. That's the attempt. Like, Jesus.
That's funny. Yeah.
I think that's good, Jack Frank.
Yeah, that was amazing. BJ, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, BJ.
Yeah, that was a good one there.
If you guys are still doing this in 4 years when I'm retired, then we can really get into it.
Well, you could just come in. What is that? You can come in as like an anon where you don't show your face and you have a voice filter and you just start ripping on people.
Voice, speech patterns, the whole thing, and then
have you seen the guy on TikTok that's doing that? He's got the mask on and the baseball hat, and he's a fireman, and he's like, his voice is all scrambled, and he goes, you know what I did at work today? I sat at a table, we shit on the new guy, we talk about conspiracy theories, then we eat, then we talk more about conspiracy theories, and then we shit on the new guy, and then I went to bed. I was like, and I almost think that he's either from LA or like
or any other part anywhere.
Well, no, because it's like what he says is pretty good. I'm like, oh my god, and he's like incognito in his little outfit, and I'm like, oh my god, you're hilarious. I'm like, yeah, we shit on the new guy every day. That's what you're there for.
Jack, I feel like we're missing like a million things, and you're just gonna have to come up with a list of like a dozen questions.
I know, yeah. I gotta get better at asking better questions.
There's time, and I gotta say, man, you're great at winding your dad up. I love it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, please don't make this.
We'll get to it. Return.
Oh, of course.
Like or something. We'll get there.
Yeah, please don't make this the last time you're on this. We'll try to. Sorry about last time. That was just cooked, but I'm glad we all kind of.
There's so many there's so many stories. There's so many good stories that are out there that are like that should be told. You
Yeah.
know? Like shit. There's tons. You know.
Yeah.
So
We're forgetting a million things. We're
Oh,
forgetting
yeah.
we're forgetting all the times you drove down the street and yelled out, "Naked guy, don't look," and everybody looked. You know.
Or that
There's
if you
all-
saw a midget during the day, it was good luck. Just
Just
saying.
I don't think that's racist. I think that's a new class of
Oh my god.
that's
Jack, this one's yours. You take it away.
what?
not
Oh
my
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I
I
don't
only go racism.
yeah, I don't even know what you can even call that, like little person discrimination? No, I don't know. People discriminate? What do you even classify
Dude.
that as?
This one is also getting wiped off, or just like the what do you guys get?
The anti-Semitic one.
Oh, whoa! Hold on, guys. Come on. We for real gotta be careful about that. I don't want to. I already started out with yeah. You know what? Anyways, God bless Netanyahu. Can't wait to go to war.
We're bookending this episode with same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, perfect. Cool. All right.
wonderful.
Well, it's almost 10
Thanks,
here.
guys. Appreciate you.
Of course. Thank
Hey.
you, Mister.
Thanks, BJ.
Appreciate it, BJ.
Thanks, guys. You guys take care.
All right.
Of course. Adios.
Bye.